car crash cases, defective products, dangerous drugs, injuries, and abuse. Across the state of Alabama, the attorneys, proudly sponsored by the law firm of Hollis Wright, are here to serve you. Your tough legal questions answered by our experts. The attorneys with Josh Wright from the law firm of Hollis Wright and host David Lamb.
Happy Sunday evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us for the attorneys. For the next half hour, have an incredible panel here to talk about an important subject matter. Would love to have your involvement in it. Throughout the program, there will be ways that you'll see at the bottom of the screen where you can communicate with us. Also, attorneys from the firm Hollis Wright standing by all throughout the program tonight. So plenty of opportunities for you to get your questions answered. No excuse for you not to. Made available by Hollis Wright. Josh Wright from the firm, the managing partner, joins us to lead our conversation. This is an important show, I think, what we're talking about tonight.
I think it's critically important. You know, one of the ways that we provide a service back to the community is what we call kind of pro bono work, doing the type of work that we're doing here on the show to answer legal questions through Facebook and Twitter and email, and people can call for free throughout the year. And we provide that service. We have others in our community that do that, and we're going to be highlighting tonight one of those other groups, the Birmingham Bar Volunteer Lawyers Program, and Nancy Yarbrough, who's kind of in charge of this, is with us tonight, and we're going to be talking about kind of how a new program that they've created called the Veterans Legal Program, how veterans can get free legal services pro bono through lawyers that are providing legal services. And so, first of all, it is a great show because it's going to be great to explain to the veterans how they can use and access this program. But to have Nancy on our show, we really appreciate you coming here.
Thank you so much. We're thrilled to be here. Start
with this, and this is I think the easiest way to start. Explain a little bit about the Birmingham Bar and kind of how this process works and how this all kind of gets started.
I'd love to. So the Volunteer Lawyers Program is a nonprofit, and what we do is we provide programming and administration to make it easy for lawyers to volunteer and help people who can't afford, who don't have enough money to pay for an attorney. And one thing that people don't understand is that you only get a free attorney if you can't afford one in a criminal case. But if you are, for instance, about to be evicted from your house unfairly, you have nobody that can represent you unless you get an attorney to volunteer and help you. It's the same way if you are the victim of domestic violence and you need to get a divorce. If you can't afford an attorney, you really are left to your own devices. So what our program does is provide a way for attorneys to volunteer. And last year we helped 2,700 clients, and more than 500 attorneys in Birmingham volunteered. Jeez. So we are very lucky to be in a community where attorneys like yourself and others just have a very charitable heart and are more than happy to volunteer their expertise and skills so that people can have access to justice who otherwise would never be able to find a solution to their legal problem.
You know, the concept of providing access to justice, you know, you may remember when I was president of the Alabama Association for Justice, the old trial lawyers, you know, that was one of our mottos, which is providing access to justice, because we believe when people have the ability to use our system, they resolve disputes in an effective and a fair way. But everybody should have that same access. And so, you know, it's this is a great shining example of lawyers doing it the right way and helping others when they really need help. Now, Nancy, one of the questions I had for you is, how are you guys funded? How does this whole, because I know this isn't free for you guys. I mean, how does it get funded?
Well, the same way that we get volunteer lawyers. People donate to us. We have blessed to have the support of many law firms. We get a small amount of state funding, but Alabama is one of only 3 states in the nation that does not have a line item that goes to help legal aid, so we don't get a lot of that, and we get a small amount of federal funding. We do apply for grants, so basically just like any nonprofit, we're trying to scrape out enough money to keep the doors open, because it's such a critical area to provide people with legal aid. It really, it's the one thing that can really turn somebody's life around rather quickly. If you're able to avoid your house being foreclosed upon, your whole future and your family's future is a lot different, as opposed to the alternative if you didn't have an attorney there with you.
And you're able to get real licensed lawyers that may have a skill set in this area to be able to assist.
We get both, we get licensed lawyers, and we get some of the best attorneys in the city to represent folks. And what our program does is we have attorneys on staff that are experts in these areas of law, because the truth of the matter is a lot of attorneys don't practice in the areas of law where low-income people need help. Yeah. So we try to provide that expertise to help attorneys do their very best in representing clients.
Nancy, how do people find you? Can they go to a website? Can they call? How does that normally work?
We have a website. It is vlpbirmingham.org. That's V as in volunteer, L as in lawyers, P as in program, birmingham.org. But one of the things that we do with our program, and the American Bar Association recognized us for this last year, is that we have these things called help desks. And they are 3 times a week in the Jefferson County courthouses. We also have one that is geared just to homeless people. That's at Cooper Green at One Roof, which is a homeless organization. We also have a special bankruptcy avoidance help desk at the bankruptcy courts. So what that means, if you have a legal problem and you go to our website, you can look and see where we're having a help desk. And if you are income eligible, if you are low income, you can see an attorney really the next day. And that is so key, as you know, as an attorney. If the courts are very strict about deadlines. And if you're not there when you're supposed to be, or if you miss a deadline, your case is lost and you never really had an opportunity to present your side. So we feel that instant access to attorneys is really some of the best help that we can provide folks.
David, I know we're getting ready to go to break. When we come back, I want to talk about the Veterans Legal Program, which was, I think, created out of one of these help tests. And let's kind of work through that, because that's one of the main reasons that Nancy's here today. Talk about that, to the work that can be done for veterans and the help that can be provided to veterans who may need access to justice.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll step aside right there. Our first break of the evening. As we do so, a couple of reminders how you can join our conversation. Also, you're going to want to like the Hollis Wright Facebook page. Big giveaway that they are in the midst of. We'll tell you all about that and more of the attorneys coming right up.
I'm Josh Wright with the law firm of Hollis Wright, a personal injury law firm. Thank you for watching The Attorneys. Now, we hope you, a friend, or a loved one never needs legal counsel for a case. But if you do, the goal of the show is simple: provide answers and legal counsel when you need it the most. Your call to the show is free, so if you have questions specific to the show or related to other accident or injury-related topics, you can call, email, or text us. Or you can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter, or simply contact us by going to hollis-wright.com and click on the Contact Us link. We know your time is valuable, so thank you for spending it with us watching The Attorneys.
Welcome back into the attorneys. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. A reminder, attorneys from Hollis Wright standing by right now to speak with you. They are live, so take advantage of that opportunity. Josh Wright, managing partner of the firm Hollis Wright, leading our conversation. A neat deal that you guys are right in the midst of is giving away 2 iPad Airs, and it's really simple to do so. Yeah. All you have to do, search the term Hollis Wright, go to the Hollis Wright Facebook page, and like and share a post. If you like and share, then your name, you'll be entered to win the 2 iPad Airs that you're giving away on August 14th. So tell us, why are you guys doing this?
Well, you know, it is an opportunity for our law firm to continue to give back. The show, we answer texts and calls and emails all week long related to legal issues that people have questions about, or if they need legal help, we can get them kind of led, guided, and directed to the right place. We recognize that Facebook is so prominent, and it's become more prominent in the questions that we're receiving as a law firm, that we wanted to expand the breadth of our social media platform in order to be able to help people recognize we're answering a lot of questions via Facebook. We're providing great information that's free legal information for people, and we want them to have access to it through Facebook. And the way to do that is to get more people to our Facebook page. And so we thought, hey, what better than to give away a couple iPad Airs to folks on August 14th that are willing to come, like the Hollis Wright page, and then share a post. And hopefully we'll kind of expand the breadth of that Facebook presence and be able to provide a better service to the community, to provide more information to the community.
Absolutely, just as simple as that. Just search the term Hollis Wright. You'll find them on Facebook, like the page and share a post, and you'll be entered to win.
All right, now when we went out, I wanted to talk with Nancy about the Veterans Legal Program. Tell us this, because you told me something before we started kind of pre-production, a little bit about how that all started and what it is. Explain that to me, because it's kind of a neat story.
Well, we had been seeing a lot of veterans just coming through our normal programs, just needing help on a variety of measures, but mostly with financial legal issues. At that same time, Judge John Carroll, who's the former dean of Cumberland, came to me and asked if the Birmingham Volunteer Lawyers Program would start a special legal program geared towards veterans. He is a vet, and he had said that in the state there's just a lack of programs that are geared specifically towards veterans. And I was so surprised by that, because Birmingham and Alabama are, in my opinion, the most patriotic part of the country, and we contribute so much to the armed services. So many of our young men and women have served, and going all the way back to World War II, World War I, we have such a history of stepping up and serving our country that, to me, it just hit a heartstring that we needed to step up and do something to help our veterans get legal aid. So we did not have funding for this program. We really just stretched the existing staff that we had and stretched our existing resources, and we started doing this one time a month. The legal clinic that we have, the Veterans Help Desk, is on Tuesdays at the VA Medical Center, and you can get all the information on our website. That's the new outpatient center. The first day that we had the clinic, we got there a little early to set up, and we had more than 40 people waiting for us in the waiting room, waiting for legal help.
That's great.
And so many of them, you know, thankfully we had 12 volunteer attorneys on that day, so we were ready. What we learned is that a lot of these veterans had just been wrestling with a legal issue that an attorney could help them solve in a matter of days, and they had been wrestling with this legal issue for years. So it was very rewarding.
What types of issues are you seeing? I mean, does it relate to health-related issues? Is it also financial issues?
We see a lot of financial issues. Sometimes people get back from serving and have a hard time getting back into the workforce, so things might get behind with them. So we see a lot of issues where we have to either negotiate with creditors, or if it's a wrongful creditor action, fight that action. We see issues with apartments and housing. We see some family issues. One of the issues that we see quite frequently, which is when we can solve these programs, these problems, they really do make a difference. We see a lot of homeless veterans. And people that are homeless, and we see this with our veterans, a lot of times they'll have maybe a traffic ticket or some other really small misdemeanor or what I call quasi-criminal thing on their record that they didn't go to court on, they didn't pay. It's ballooned, and what was a $50 fine is now a $5,000 fine with court costs. So when we are able to get them an attorney and work with the judges to get those fines reduced or waived, those people really see a drastic improvement in their lives.
And you mentioned that service is provided to veterans at the VA each week?
No, it's once a month.
Once a month,
at
okay.
the VA. If you go to our website, Volunteer Lawyers Program, VLP, Birmingham.org, you can see the full schedule. Okay. We also serve veterans in all of our other clinics. Just because we're there once a month doesn't mean that if you have a problem, you have to wait to the next month. If it's not convenient for you, we will help you in our other programs. But we wanted to do something specially geared. And it is really our goal to grow that program. As I said to you, we're seeking additional funds. We would like to make this really a cornerstone of our program, is our service back to the men and women that have served us so greatly. So we see a real need here. We see a way that the Birmingham legal community can step up, and I believe really wants to step up to do this. So we're really looking forward to making this something that, hopefully in a couple years from now, you can have us back on the show.
Absolutely.
And we'll be a nationally known legal program, and we will have helped thousands of veterans turn their lives around and continue to be productive citizens.
I know we're getting ready to go to break. When we come back, I want to talk to the lawyers that are watching the show tonight about what they can do to get involved in the program, and also a little bit about the help desk and how those work at the courthouse, and how somebody can get access to that, and how they find themselves eligible for it, if you will.
Sounds good. We're stepping aside our final break of the evening. As we do so, a couple of reminders. You can still join our conversation. That's how you can do so right there. You're going to want to find the firm on Facebook. Also, Hollis Wright is on Twitter at Hollis_Wright. Stay tuned. More of the attorneys coming right up.
I'm Josh Wright with the law firm of Hollis Wright. If you've ever served on a jury, you may have wondered why there are gaps in the evidence you're given at trial. In today's Legal 4-in-1, we're answering the question, is there insurance to pay the verdict? Know this, just because the lawyers never mention insurance in a trial, it doesn't mean there's not insurance to pay the verdict. Rule 4-in-1 of the Alabama Rules of Evidence states this: evidence that a person was or was not insured against liability is generally not admissible or allowed to be discussed at trial in front of the jury. The reason for the rule is simple. A jury could award more money in a case if they knew the defendant had insurance to pay for it. But the reality in our state is this: in almost all lawsuits that get to a trial, insurance is there to pay judgments awarded by the jury. For example, all automobiles in Alabama are required to have liability insurance. Coverage can range from $25,000 up to $1 million in these cases. In theory, all car crash cases that get to trial should have insurance available to pay any verdict awarded in the case. Trucks have to carry anywhere from $750,000 to $5 million worth of insurance. Unfortunately, you'll never hear that during the trial. Even in medical malpractice cases, the doctor has liability insurance to help pay a judgment. That's something you won't hear during trial because the rules just don't allow that testimony. Yet almost all judgments against a doctor involve liability insurance. Please remember, your call, email, or text to the attorneys is free. All of us at Hollis Wright want to help answer your questions on real issues you face. Remember, a competent lawyer will respond to every question you send in. That's our promise and pledge to you.
Veterans have given so much, a great opportunity to give back. This Veterans Legal Program. Welcome back into the attorneys. Thanks so much for being with us. A few minutes remaining. More details on that program coming up. A reminder, though, attorneys from Hollis Wright, they're standing by live right now to speak with you. So if you've got a question, maybe a legal issue, you've wanted to run it by somebody, see what opportunities you have, what kind of rights you have, even a claim, call them. Pick up the phone, give them a call. Again, attorneys from Hollis Wright standing by live right now.
You know, before we went to break, one of the things I wanted to mention is to the lawyers watching today, you know, there is an opportunity for you to provide, you know, and oftentimes it's great to receive gifts, but giving gifts back is when you really flourish as an individual. This is an opportunity, if you're a lawyer, to be able to give back to this great service and to provide help to people that need it more than you do. And so I would hope that if we've got lawyers watching tonight, they're going to try and contact you at the website, which we will put, by the way, on our Facebook page the week of the show, so that people have an opportunity to get to you to be able to provide that free legal service. Because it sounds like you're looking for lawyers as much as you are funding.
We are. We're always looking for those two things, and would appreciate both of them. As I said, we are fortunate in Birmingham where people have a real charitable spirit. You know, time and time again, you see the surveys where Birmingham is one of the most charitable cities in the nation. So our attorneys really do give back. And this is a way that, you know, if you are a veteran, if you have a family member that fought or served, this is a way that you can directly give back that's something is important to you.
So that's how attorneys can be a part. For those of us who are not attorneys, folks watching, maybe they, you know, so many of us know folks, loved ones who served in the military. So how can we be a part in terms of financially? How can we help?
We are having a fundraiser. It's called Pro Hops Vino, which is a take on a Latin legal term. But what it really means is it's a very fun wine and beer tasting. It is September 21st at the new Southern Negro League Baseball Museum. And you can sponsor us through that. You can just go to our website and click right on the link on the front page, and it'll shoot you right to information to do everything online. We welcome any type of donation. There's a way for you to just give a donation to the organization. And we are hoping through that fundraiser to get the funds to expand this veterans legal program. So your money is directly going to help veterans access legal aid.
What a great way to honor a loved one who served in the military. Just awesome.
And we have that opportunity. You can make a donation in honor of somebody, and we will list that donation in that way.
That's great.
So
when is the next Veterans Help Desk?
it is actually 10 days from today. It is from 2 to 4 on Wednesday, and that is at the VA Medical Center.
Right.
That is the new medical center on University, not the old hospital, the new medical center. You just walk in, you will not miss our posters and our directions. We are right there off the lobby, and you'll be able to receive, a veteran will be able to receive help immediately.
Now, we've talked a lot about the Veterans Legal Program, but just talk in general about the help desk you guys do at the courthouse, because that's a huge component too for people that are watching that may not fall into the veteran category, but that need legal help.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and thanks for that opportunity. We are every week on Mondays and Thursdays from 8:30 to noon in the Jefferson County Courthouse. You just come up to the 5th floor, you'll see the signs, come around. We are also on Wednesdays at the Domestic Relations Help Desk. That's on the corner of 21st and 7th. It's right down the street from the main courthouse. And so if you've got a family issue, you know, you need to be paid for child support, you're being unfairly charged for child support, you might need to get out of a dangerous relationship, we're there to help you there. And then, as I said, we've got specialty legal clinics, but your first point of entry is either to come to this veterans clinic or come to one of the help desks in the courthouses.
Now, I know you mentioned vlpbirmingham.org is your website. We'll put that up on Facebook. Question. If they need to call, if they don't have access to the internet, if they need to call you, can they call the Birmingham Bar Association to get to you? Will they get you to you?
They will, and you can call us directly. Our phone number is on our website, but it is also 205-250-5198, and if you call us, we'll be able to direct you where you need to go. We do not do legal advice over the phone, just because we would not be giving clients the best legal advice very quickly like that. So we like to get people in face to face so that we can really get with them.
What can they expect if somebody calls? Do you set up a private time with a lawyer, or do you advise them to come to one of the help desks?
The first point of entry is to come to one of the help desks.
Okay.
You either will work with an attorney there to get your problem solved, or if you've got an especially difficult issue, we will try to assign you to a pro bono attorney and who will help you through the duration of your case. So we do both, help you at the help desk as well as help you get an attorney that can help you.
And I think one of the important things you just mentioned that I picked up on is when you say help you during the duration of your case, these lawyers may actually work with you through the entire case. For example, if you've got a ticket you're trying to get resolved, or you're trying to handle a domestic issue or some type of criminal issue, they will actually work with you.
That's correct.
Okay. What a great program.
Yeah, it is
program.
Just fantastic. Just a couple of minutes remaining, but want to give both of you an opportunity. Just a final thought from you, and if you don't mind, if you'll go first.
Well, I'm just thrilled to be here and thrilled to be able to talk to the viewers about this program. As I said, the Volunteer Lawyers Program really exists to help low-income people get access to justice, and just thrilled for this opportunity to be able to talk specifically about how we can help veterans, low-income veterans, access justice.
Nancy Yarbrough, I tell you what, you can tell just from her face how much she likes this program and really is passionate about it and promoting it. You know, lawyers sometimes get a bad rap in society for some of the bad things that people hear lawyers do. There's a lot of good that lawyers do, and this is a great example of it. Of lawyers basically being paired with individuals that need help, like veterans and others. If you have legal questions, we're happy to help you. But if you need legal assistance, Nancy's group is also a great component to providing a service to give back to the community and to be able to answer questions and serve with you through the term of your case if that's necessary. So we're glad to have you on, and thank you so much for being on.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fantastic. Appreciate you being with us, and you as well. Thanks so much again. Like Josh said, all the information, a lot of info tonight, so that's all going to be on the firm Facebook page. If you'll just search Hollis Wright, you'll go there. All the information, the links, the phone numbers, make sure that all of that is right there on the Facebook page. Also, your opportunity to win one of these 2 iPad Airs. So head to the Facebook page. Thanks so much as always for being with us. We'll see you next time right here on The Attorneys.
Thanks for watching The Attorneys, sponsored by Hollis Wright.